Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Charles Conwell moves to 21 wins with 16 KOs, no draws, no defeats. He stops the previously undefeated Gerardo Luis Vergara from Argentina. Vergara was undefeated in 20 fights with 13 KOs. He's got himself a defeat now because he got stopped in the 7th round. No draws on his record. And this was a very, very impressive performance by the 27-year-old Conwell. Conwell has been creeping along sort of under the radar, going about his business. It's his 3rd fight this year, 3 stoppages. He's taken an undefeated guy's 0. And that's not the first one, because back in 2021, Juan Carlos Rubio, he stopped him in 3 rounds when Rubio was undefeated. Conwell is probably ready for a world title shot now. He's a 154-pounders. Fundora's in the mix, isn't he? He's probably the main target for most people, although he's that huge 6'5.5" frame of his that squeezes into a 154-pound package. Different prospect fighting that guy. I don't think any 154-pounder is used to fighting someone with those dimensions, but Fundora has been beaten. Don't forget, he's been knocked out. That's his only loss. And if someone is going to beat him, I imagine it's someone who's got the kind of skill set of a Charles Conwell, because the guy is very, very patient, precise, high ring IQ, don't waste many punches, very good left hook, just a very good all-round fighter. Doesn't do anything flashy, but puts it all together and creates just a very effective, well-rounded set of skills. I was impressed. Just as an aside, some of the American crowds irritate me because when this fight started, the boos started raining down after about a minute. I mean, give them a chance to warm up, for Christ's sake. What are you booing for? You ever been in the ring? You ever been hit? You ever had a little roll around on the cobbles or the pavement? Nah, of course you haven't. But you'll sit there with your fucking can of beer, booing 2 fighters who haven't even got their trousers down. You know what I mean? They're slinging punches at each other eventually, but give them a chance to warm up. The first round is a range-finding round. And Conwell, like I say, he just ignored it. He went about his business. He gradually edged his way into the fight. Vergara had said beforehand he's come over from Argentina to win. He's not here to sightsee. He didn't win a round, to be honest with you. And it wasn't because he was necessarily doing anything wrong. It's just that Conwell completely contained him with timing, with precision punching. Conwell is orthodox. Vergara, southpaw, but that didn't bother Conwell at all. Vergara, if you look at his record, there wasn't really anyone on it. This was a quantum leap up for him. He's fought all of his career in Argentina, so he was unknown. He came in, it was just too much for him. And, Conwell kind of ground him down, patiently chipped away, landed some excellent left hooks, worked the body very well as well. He hurt Vergara, I think, quite early on in one of them, maybe the 2nd round, 3rd round, with a punch to the body, and he was having his way with Vergara, who kind of had he had that body language where he was trying to find his way in, but didn't really know what to do, because whatever he tried, Conwell was able to avoid it and counter it. And if you're in that sort of position, you start to second guess yourself. You start to think, what am I doing now? How do I get to this guy? Well, he was stung. He a good chin on the guy, Vergara, but you can't go taking punches willy nilly. You've got to show some. You've got to show some avoidance. But Conwell he uses his feet deceptively well as well. He sort of edges forward. Just very, very good at controlling the range. Did get Vergara on the ropes a few times, and when he did, he let his hands go. But he was quite content to be in the middle of the ring as well, countering, taking the odd pot shot. Fought quite conservatively, Conwell. He wasn't letting his hands go too much, hence the boos, I suppose. But when he clipped Vergara, then he'd spring into action. And this happened in the 7th round where he caught Vergara with, I think was it a left hook to the top of the head, I seem to remember. That shook Vergara, who kind of stutter-stepped into the ropes near the corner. And then Conwell went after him and just started battering him. And Vergara he was getting out of the way of some of the punches, but they were still clipping him. And when a couple of full-blooded punches came in, the referee stopped the fight. Rightly so, I think. Vergara, I don't think he'd really won a round. A couple of the rounds might have been quite close, but I think I gave everything to Conwell. Conwell's a threat at 154, definitely. He made Vergara, who, is a pretty decent 154-pound fighter, maybe a B-level fighter. He made him look like, a C- fighter. And that's a good thing. That shows the skill of the guy. So, I'd like to see him stepped up. He's 27 now. He's got that 20-0 record, 21 wins, 16 KOs, no draws, no defeats. It's time to step up now and go for a world title, I think. And I wouldn't be too surprised if he won it. Depends who he's matched against, of course. But, Anyway, did you see this fight? If so, let me know what you think about it. How far do you think Conwell can go? Were you impressed by this very contained, very patient performance? You could argue he's not the most exciting of guys to watch, but I actually like watching him because I think he's technically very, very good. And I think a lot of people who just want blood and thunder or blood and guts don't really know what they're looking at. They don't really appreciate the skill set of someone like a Conwell. I personally do. But let me know what you think. Comments below, and please, if you're new to the channel, you could subscribe. That would be great. And also, if you like this video, hit that like button thing, because they count them and you're helping the channel out. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye for now.